You have to look at everything that's going on in the NBA right now, and it's crazy. In the Western Conference is more. LeBron James coming to the Western Conference is a difficult situation.
Stephen A. Smith was there last night.
I saw a thing by him. I don't even understand what's going on in this world. It's the ecliptic nature of what I've just seen. I never thought in the perpetuity that it ever would.
Frank Caliendo is best known for his wide range of impersonations he's done on Mad TV. Off doing stand-up at comedy clubs, he eventually made his way on to doing sketch comedy on national TV. Here, we have compiled the funniest Frank Caliendo impressions, from radio shows to sportscaster stand-up. First, Frank Caliendo demonstrates how to switch from Robert Downey Jr. to Dr. Evil to Mark Ruffalo. Watch him drop 7 impressions right off the bat.
It's odd that they're so close. You go, hi, Kermit the Frog here, and then you bring it down, and it becomes John C. Reilly. Did you touch my drum set? And then it becomes Mark Ruffalo. I see this as an absolute win. And then you can actually add a little more Kermit back, and it's Joe Rogan. Wow, Jamie, pull that up. Oh my God, it's effing nuts.
It seems that Frank Caliendo can do almost every Avenger. In the next clip, he shows off a pretty rare impression. This is Chris Hemsworth trying out for the Hulk Hogan movie.
My brother. That's always, and he's gonna play Hulk Hogan, right? Have you seen that casting in a movie? And I'm thinking that audition would be crazy. Like, okay, Chris Hemsworth, come on in. Let me tell you something, brother. No. Try it again. No, I've got this. Don't worry about it. I'm the new Men in Black. Let me tell you something, brother. No, one more time. Okay, no. Let me tell you something, brother. That's it. Let me tell you. Okay, here we go. Let me tell you something, brother.
Frank Caliendo makes it seem like we are watching a thriller movie with all these impressions. Watch this hilarious interview with Frank Caliendo as Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, trying to figure out where Bill Walton is. I was in Thor. Yes, is that what I was in? I believe so. Oh, I just looked up the wrong thing. I looked up Christopher Walken. Wow. Oh, wow, everybody does that one.
Not everybody likes Frank Caliendo's impressions. Here, he recounts a story where he tried to show off his Robert Downey Jr. impression to Chris Evans. He didn't like it one bit.
My daughter, she's 13, but she thinks all the Avengers know me. She thinks they're going to assemble, and we're going to be hanging out with Robert Downey Jr. Okay, Frank, do me a favor. Show me some tech. What do you got? And I did Robert Downey Jr. for Chris Evans. I was doing this. He's like, no, do Robert Downey Jr. I'm like, I am right now. He's like, it's not that good. I'm like, hey, Cap! None of that right now. Okay. And I kept doing it. I just kept doing it. I forced down their throats and make it so, okay, all right, if you don't believe it.
Nobody does sports impressions like Frank Caliendo. From old coaches to current broadcasters, Frank can impersonate them in his sleep. In this clip, he shows off his full-on John Madden.
I mean, there's a lot of places you could be, but I mean, anytime you're at a place like this, you think, I mean, things start to get, you want to be in a funny place, and this is one of those funny places. And if for another place and it's not as funny, you think, I mean, why am I in that place? What I wanted to be was in a funny place, and boom. I'm in it right now, Dave.
Good, thank you.
Next, we have a time-traveling Frank Caliendo doing an impersonation of Tony Romo predicting plays.
I gotta be honest with you, Jim, this is an incredible play. It's amazing what's going on. I've actually gone 7 seconds into the future. I'm gonna come back and tell you what just happened. Here we go, Jim. That's a Holmberg right there. Here we go, Jim. Oh, gee, God, did you see? Like he's almost doing like Morse code. He's like, you're not to believe what's just about to happen.
But Frank Caliendo can do more than football impressions. He can also crack jokes about some basketball players. Watch him impersonate Charles Barkley with a hilarious disguise.
I was just terrible. Their defense offended me. That's how bad it was. It was crazy. They need to be all over Kobe Bryant, just like we need to be all over Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il is nuts. He's gonna blow up the world because he's a knucklehead.
In the next clip, Frank takes it back to old school basketball, with Hall of Famer Bill Walton somehow managing to roast and impersonate him at the same time.
I remember being at Berkeley, blotches of beard not connecting on my face. I could smell colors. I could feel sounds. Has there ever been a player better than Detlef Schrempf? I mean, watching a guy 6'10", I don't know where he's from. I don't know what country he's about, but I will tell you what, watching him shoot from the outside is unbelievable. Luke, come to the dark side. I am your father.
Every sports fan remembers when LeBron James left a letter to Cleveland before leaving the Cavaliers. Frank Caliendo adds an extra bit of comedy when he does an impression of Morgan Freeman narrating it.
Before anyone ever cared where I would play basketball, I was a kid from Northeast Ohio. It's where I walked. It's where I ran. It's where I cried. It's where I bled. It holds a special place in my heart. People there have seen me grow up. I sometimes feel like I'm their son.
Perhaps one of the best impressions Frank can make is of the legendary Philadelphia Eagles player, Herm Edwards.
You know, crazy people, I'm not calling Herm crazy, but when you see Herm Edwards, crazy people have multiple voices and they all argue, right? With Herm Edwards, he has 3 voices and they all agree with each other. That's like, they're like, what do you think of Tim Tebow? Oh, Tim Tebow's a good football player. Good football player. Good football player. Can't play quarterback. Can't play quarterback. Not play. Look at my side.
For our last clip, we have one of the impressions that put Frank Caliendo on the map. Here's an old video from his early days in which he impersonates former President George Bush.
We went to the Middle East and we stopped Hussein from sodomizing it.
My favorite thing is when he gets something right, though, because he gets that little smirk on his face. He's so happy that he finished a sentence correctly.
That's why the United States will lead us all to peace.